Welcome to the Dummy Kruger channel, everyone. Today's video takes us to the small city of Winchester, Indiana. Before we dive into the video, I want to acknowledge the weight of the subject we're about to discuss. Life is filled with moments of joy, laughter, and love, but it's equally defined by challenges, hardships, and pain. Today we stand at the intersection of the human experience, ready to confront a reality that, for many, remains shrouded in silence. The subject of today's video runs the YouTube channel Civic Duty, a self-proclaimed civil rights activist and First Amendment auditor who has recently been charged with a serious crime against children. The gravity of such allegations cannot be understated, and it is crucial that we approach this discussion with the sensitivity and seriousness it deserves. This is an uncomfortable conversation, but it is one we cannot ignore. It prompts us to reflect on the responsibility we bear as individuals and as a society to protect those who are most vulnerable. Today we are going to delve into Joshua Kimbrell's YouTube career, examining not only its origins, but also scrutinizing some of the more contentious moments, including the escalating nuances of his behavior, and finally ending with the latest news that could see him locked up for decades. Before we proceed, a gentle reminder. If you or someone you know may be affected by such criminal activity, there is help available. Reach out to friends, family, or professionals. You are not alone, and there is strength in seeking support. I've linked some resources down below in the description. First up, let's take a look at one of the reasons he created his YouTube channel.
Alright, so we're at Randolph County Jail, Randolph County Sheriff Office. So, a quick backstory. Last year at the public pool here in Winchester, Indiana, my 13-year-old daughter was at the pool and she was being sexually harassed with threats of sexual assault on her by a 23-year-old male named Dylan Maccabee. We tried to handle the situation. It didn't get handled. The City of Winchester Police Office chose not to do anything about it. So out of sight, out of mind, a whole year goes by. No issues with this guy. Then all of a sudden, my now 14-year-old daughter is at the public park with her friends, and now 24-year-old Dylan Maccabee is mad because of the pool incident, and he threatens to smash my 14-year-old daughter's head and says he's gonna fuck her up and beat her ass and everything. Well, we went down and did it the right way. Filed a police report. Said we wanted to press charges. Well, a week later, called the prosecutor's office. Winchester Police never sent the police report over to the prosecutor's office to prosecute. They took it into their own hands to say, no, thank you. No, thank you. We're not going to do nothing about it.
Dylan Maccabee, the man Kimbrell is talking about here, currently has a charge of intimidation. The charge is only a couple months old and is currently moving through the judicial process. Per some of the residents in Winchester, Maccabee deals with a mental health condition. From what I can ascertain, the lack of Mr. Maccabee being charged with the crime at first was what led Kimbrell into starting his quote auditing and activism. Soon after this video was shot, Kimbrell began getting into arguments about public records and a specific locked door in the government office that housed the court, police department, and mayor's office. Let's take a look at a couple of those interactions.
Can I help you?
It's me.
Can I help you?
It's me. I'm here to pick up my records.
Okay, have a seat on the back bench. I'll be right out.
No, thank you. You having a seat on the black bench. Run, Mr. Mayor. I saw you. Run. Run. Oh, nope. Nope, nope, nope. 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 Absolutely not. Now they're trying to lock this door. Absolutely not. Nope. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's a fire hazard. I will not stay out here. I'm going in there.
You're not coming in here.
I am
okay?
coming in
no,
here.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. This is
you're
publicly
not.
accessible,
No,
Mr.
you're not.
Mayor.
Hey!
Now you're trying to block me again from a public accessible just because you put a sign up. Listen, I got the law in my back pocket. Before
No,
you do that,
do not.
yes, I do. Right here.
Says no admittance.
So what? It's not legal. I can put a sign up that says no blacks. No. Right here, Mr. Mayor. Which City Hall Congress member approved this? This has to be approved right here. This is the law. Local government has to be approved by city ordinance.
That says authorized.
It does not make it legal.
Yes, it does. I done talked to an attorney.
Officer?
Tensions between the mayor, Bob McCoy, and Kimbrell reached new heights over the past year, with the situation continuing to escalate.
Hey, Bobby boy. Bobby. Hey, Bob. I need some inquiry. And you're running for re-election, Bob? I know you're a little guy, but when are you going to act like an adult? Come out here and handle these situations. Bobby. Roberto. El Mayor. The situation's not going to go away until you guys until you start addressing it and handling it. It's only going to get worse. It's only going to escalate. You're only going to look more and more like a fool each and every time. I mean, if you don't want to handle it here, I can do the news report outside your house again. That's no problem. I enjoyed the scenery. I really did. But I don't want to take it to that level. I want to be adults here. I don't want to be a child. I'm sick of you making me down myself to that level to deal with you. So Winchester, this is your mayor. He's in here collecting money, collecting your tax paid dollars to hide in his office. He's going to claim he's on a business call. He's on a business call. Then your FOIA requests the phone records, and he wasn't on a business call. He never is on a business call. Hey, secretary, I have some questions for you. You got like 2 minutes to discuss some stuff civilly, man?
No comment.
Bob,
No
so
comment.
with the bulletin board, who's
We
the
clean that off every year.
Okay, that's what I was
comment.
asking.
Well, hi.
So,
How you doing, buddy?
Bob, with
Fine, sir.
with the council chambers, the council voted to give you that power, right? Remember that?
No
the flow and egress of the building?
Okay.
No comment. God.
It didn't matter if the issue was a locked door, a bulletin board, or forms being out of place, their interactions were always contentious.
Let's stick to video. So
Sending you in the mail.
you're gonna have me cited?
130.5.
Can we get that too?
Interfering with my business.
Yeah, is it?
Yes,
Is
it
it?
is.
Well, guess what? I'm doing this as the press. I have the freedom of press, and a constitutionally protected activity cannot be deemed illegal, Bob. I wish you would understand that. I'm not leaving.
Stand here all you want.
I will stand here all I want. You're a fucking moron. Like, if you can't deal with what the public's allowed to do and how we're allowed to redress our grievances and the requests we're allowed to file, Bob, you should really, really resign. Really, really resign. Then you make slanderous remarks like I threatened you. I hope you have proof that I threatened you.
Say that.
You said I threatened you in the newspaper.
Threatened a lawsuit. It's in the newspaper.
I threatened a lawsuit and it's in the newspaper. So you're going to sue me because I threatened. Yes, can I see it? I would love to see it. Huh?
Go on to threaten a lawsuit. I'm not talking to you anymore.
Where is it? No, listen. You can't talk to me about that topic. We can't talk about you locking the doors. You don't have to give comment to that. But you as a public official do not get to disregard me entirely. That's discrimination, Bob. Yeah. I mean, look, and this man, he re-signed to run for mayor.
A little less than a year following the recording of this clip, Bob McCoy secured a decisive victory in his re-election, commanding an impressive 76% of the vote. However, Bob wasn't the sole focus of Kimbrell's attention. He extended his reach to city council meetings, often culminating in heated shouting matches. Let's next delve into a few of those encounters as well.
I can't
Talk all you want, but I'm done with you.
Just shut up, please. Thank you.
Nice.
It's my time. My time's being interrupted. I can speak how I want. Don't interrupt my time. I did not pass it off to you. If I ask you to answer it, then you can. Other than that, keep your mouth shut.
No.
But
No.
He's okay.
First
We're all
Amendment,
right.
enjoy it. Suck it up, Buttercup. I'm glad to see you talking. But guess what? It's my time to talk now, so shush. But anyways, why don't we tell the people how this all started? I came in here. You got mad that I was coming in here requesting public records.
Don't flatter
Yeah.
yourself.
Hey, I'm talking.
Don't flatter
This
yourself.
is my
It's
time to
not
talk,
about
quit
you. You're not the
interrupting.
victim all
Every
the time,
time you
buddy.
interrupt, my time restarts. So unless you want me to sit here and talk forever, I'd suggest you be quiet. Okay, dumb Bob? But anyways, you and your attorney tried to get together and make some things, some rules where I couldn't come in no more. You hung up signs, you tried to lock the doors, all that good stuff. You even went as far as trying to pass ordinances. Good attempt. I'm still here. I'm still coming in. I'm still getting records. It failed you. And
This is for infrastructure.
this is for anything.
This is for
This is for anything. This is
for
this is a First Amendment redress of grievance to the government. This is constitutionally protected. Constitutionally protected. What you're doing is viewpoint discrimination. There is already case law. If I want to sit up here, Jim, and tell you how good of a job you're doing, how great of a man you are, would you allow that? Would you allow that? If I said, John Boyd, you're doing such a great job in your district, would that be allowed? Would that be allowed, Jim? Answer the damn question. Would that be allowed? If it's allowed, you have to allow the other half of it. No, this is not. You were confused. You were mistaken. You were confused. You were mistaken. This is for redress of grievances as well. That's an option. That's an option. If that's what I want to do with this time, that's an option. Okay, shut up. Let me get back to my speech.
So we can.
All right, what? Yeah, adjourn the meeting again. Run again. Run again. It's not going to silence me. And from time to time, you might have to shed some blood. You have to. It says it. I don't want to shed no blood. I want to be heard. I want you guys to read, and I want you to be educated. And I want you guys to stop. I've requested 6 to 8 times that this man apologize for everything he's done, and I would have stopped. I begged him to apologize. I asked. I was nice when I first came here. Bob, our first encounter, was it a good, calm encounter?
I've never had a good calm encounter.
No? I have it on video, Bob.
I've seen it on
We were
video.
both respectful,
3
back and
minutes.
forth. I don't give a shit about your 3 minutes in my viewpoint. What? Your rules that you just adopted that can't even go into place for how long, Lisa? You can sit there and get
3
mad.
minutes.
You
has
should
been
be
an
just as mad as me.
established amount
Where?
for months.
What law? What law? We're going by laws here, not feelings.
Please have
This
a
is
seat.
going. No, I will not have a seat. I am speaking right now.
Why don't you
Your
call a
3
public
minutes is
access?
allowed.
I don't care. I don't
Please sit
care
down.
what the
I'll
public
give you my
access
3
says.
minutes.
Arrest me and let's
that.
fight it in court, Bob.
No.
Arrest me and let's fight it
You
in
have
court.
my 3 minutes.
After investing countless hours engaging in clashes with the city council, Kimbrell took an unexpected step by deciding to transition from a vocal critic to an active participant. He threw his hat into the ring and entered the political arena, opting to run for one of the seats on the city council. This decision marked a significant shift in his approach from challenging the system from the outside to actively seeking a role within it. It didn't go very well.
I wanted to get this out there for you guys because I know I haven't talked about it yet since the election. So we're going to do that. We're going to talk about the election. We're going to break this down a little bit. And my takeaway from it, yes, I lost. We have 4 years. There's other elections coming up too. But we have 4 years to hit the ground running. And I know this much. I've talked to a couple of the other people I ran with, and that's the plan. Make common ground with these people. See what their issues are with it. See if we can meet in the middle. See if we can find something. See if we can unite. See if we can build the Libertarian Party up. See if we can get these people registered underneath the Libertarian Party. Let's end this Democrat-Republican control and bust through with some real liberty.
Kimbrell would go on to lose the election by a 4-1 margin with a relatively low voter turnout overall. Before the election, however, he would begin picking up arrests and citations while performing his, quote, activism. The first one we were going to watch is when he was arrested for contempt of court. Let's check that out.
Josh is going to jail for contempt for 24 hours.
The office, right? So if you wanted to go find
The judge ordered him to be arrested.
Whatever. Huh? Oh, you're live on YouTube? Look at my nice, beautiful, pretty bracelets. We're at the Randolph County Jail, Judge Arnett's office. The phone number, somebody please put the phone number up and don't give these guys a moment of rest. Call them non-stop. They're open till 4 p.m. Randolph County Courthouse, Winchester, Indiana. Call and bother the hell out of these guys. But illegally arrested me for contempt for telling the judge I ain't talking to him. He did that willingly. I even informed him. His qualified immunity is gone. I informed him that he has a right. He knows. You know that, right? We talked about it, Eric. You have a... Okay, so let's talk about it again. You know you have a right to refuse a judge's order if you feel that's unconstitutional.
After being locked up for 24 hours, Kimbrell would get into yet another argument with one of the jailers over picking up a blanket before being released. Here's just a sample of that.
Can you grab your blanket? Nope, not my shit. Let's go. Nope, I'm not. No. All right, tell me. That's not my shit. I'm not responsible for it. I do not have to bring it out. That's not my stuff. The inventory. Charge me for it. I don't give a fuck. I was told I only had till 1:30. You guys only have custody of me for 1 more minute. I'm leaving. I'm not grabbing that shit. I'm not. You can have the headphones. What are you going to charge me? Dude, don't put your... I'm not doing anything, man. Move out my way. Move out my way so I can go get my mother shit. All right? You step back in here. No, I'm leaving.
And I'm going to let you.
Okay, I'm leaving.
Something I have to explain to you.
What do you have to explain to me?
On the video. But I need you to get your
We're
stuff.
supposed to have a meeting.
Inventory.
Let him get his shit in inventory. He's the jail. It's not mine. It's not coming with me. It's not mine.
I can't book you out until it's inventory.
Then, hey, hop in there, buddy. Look.
No, it's yours.
Hop in there, inventory. It's not mine to get.
It is.
I didn't want it. Never asked for it. Didn't receive it. I don't give a... Listen, I'm about to give you my jumpsuit right here. I'm about to take it off right here and give it to you. I want my motherfucking clothes, and I want to be free on my fucking way, Art. I'm not playing this shit anymore. I'm not doing this. I'm not. No. Give me my shit, unbag, conceal it, and let's get on with this. I'm not playing this game, Art. I will stand here, and I will stand my motherfucking ground. I just got put in jail for 24 hours and had my freedom stolen from me for no crime. I'm not doing this shit. Move out my motherfucking way.
What did I tell you?
Yeah, you told me 1:30 I'd be out this building. And here we are at 1:30. I don't give a I'm your little jail boy who wants to run his mouth and hold a paper up to the door like he's big and bad. Go get that shit. That's his job. It's his job to clean that cell and inventory it. Not mine. I don't work here. That's not my shit. I don't want it. I never asked for it. He can clean that shit so let's go get my shit.
So this ridiculous argument would go on for about another 5 minutes. Upon being released, he went live on his YouTube channel where he not only threatens the judge that held him in contempt, he also threatens the judge's secretary.
I ain't gonna be satisfied till you resign and your fat ass comes sits in here and puts on a jumpsuit. You come sit in that cell for 24 hours and then maybe we can talk about an apology. But other than that, you are not. You ain't nothing but a piece of shit, motherfucker. A tyrant who abuses his power. You put a man in jail. You put a man in jail because your feelings got hurt. Not because a crime was threatened or a crime was anything. Your feelings got hurt. And your fucking stupid secretary, I'm going to get her name too. I'm going to get her name, her salary, and I'm going to go do a video out in front of her house. You want to tell me she's not my secretary? Guess what? We'll find out exactly who the fuck she is. You illegally kidnapped me for 24 hours. I sat in that jail. That's my damages now. Next call. Oh, it's not going to be lawyering up. It's going to be more than lawyering up. He filed a false contempt charge he had no power to do. And then he made the county jail an accessory to his kidnapping.
because he had no power in the first place to make that contempt charge. No power. Must take place in a court of record. Must take place in a court of records. Not your bailiff's office, not the hallway. Must take place. It is clear in Indiana state law. It is clear. It says must take place in a court of records. That's number one. Number one on there, Judge Arnett. How the are you a judge? You sat there and told me, oh, I was a civil rights activist. I fought the man. Guess what, Arnett? You are the man now. You are a sad fucking individual who got his feelings hurt because I said I wasn't talking to you. I wasn't talking to you and you charged me with contempt. Oh boy, you done fucked up now, Arnett. You done fucked up. Hey, I'm gonna change my name. It ain't Civic Duty no more. It's the fucking monster.
As of the making of this video, Judge Dale Arnett has not lost his qualified immunity, nor has he been sentenced to jail. He did, however, preside over the initial hearing for Kimbrell's latest and most heinous charges. A couple days after the initial hearing, Arnett wisely recused himself and a special judge was appointed. More on that case in a few minutes. A separate incident where he picked up a charge was when he attended a private campaign event for Indiana State Representative J.D. Prescott. Kimbrell was asked to leave the event on multiple occasions, and he flat out refused until the police showed up to escort him off the property. Kimbrell was under the impression that because the campaign invited the public to this privately held event, he had a right to remain at this private residence. This was never an official government event, and he had no right to remain on the property whatsoever.
So, you do not want Josh here, correct? That is correct. Or his daughter? That is correct. Okay.
Oh, even my daughter?
Now, you have asked him not to leave already, correct? Okay. And he's not been out of line, just won't leave. Okay. Josh, this is your warning for trespass.
Okay.
It's also your warning for trespass. You must leave the property or you will be arrested for trespassing.
Okay.
Okay?
Glad I got that on camera. That's Representative J.D. Prescott right there. All right, we'll go.
I appreciate it.
Hey, no problem.
Thank you.
I mean, it's a fool. Huh? Oh.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you guys for a lawsuit. I love it.
A few days after being escorted off the property, Kimbrell would be hit with a criminal trespassing charge for not leaving the property when asked. This case is still pending. Around the same time, some of the citizens of Winchester began getting into confrontations with Kimbrell, including an entire motorcycle club. Let's take a quick look at one of those interactions.
I want all sides. I want all sides. No, thank you.
Josh Kimbrell, or whatever your name is a lying little bastard, makes money on YouTube videos, trying to get you all to watch these motherfuckers, so he puts a dime in his pocket. And what it is, this community's had about enough of it.
No, not this community. You.
Oh, yeah, this community. And
You.
the last one you was at, Union City got rid of your
Really?
ass too, motherfucker.
Why are citizens stopping by and thanking me every day? Every day. Every day. Why don't you let the election speak for itself? Let the election speak for itself. I'm full of what? Did I make that? Did I make that thing? What did I say? I got a phone call. I got a phone call. I got a phone call. Come try it.
But we know better.
Come try it. Come try it. Go to jail. Come try it. I don't need to step on this property. I'm right here. I'm right here. I'm right here. I came around the back. I came around the back. Come on. I came all the way around the back. I came all the way around the back. I came all the way around the back in a public alley. I don't need to. You're big bad. You're big bad. Come on out here.
Hey, his mom been dead for 15 years. What's the significance
Go
of
to
bringing
jail.
her ass up?
You want me to beat your ass?
No.
Huh? This ain't the place. I will beat your ass.
Come try me.
Come on.
I don't need to. I'm right here.
Put your phone in your pocket. See how tough you really are.
Come on, you punk.
The police would eventually arrive on scene and were able to de-escalate the situation. Amidst the backdrop of his persistent legal challenges, Kimbrell embarked on a series of attempts to enter multiple courthouses, fervently demanding the right to record throughout the buildings. This pattern, witnessed frequently in First Amendment auditing videos, showcases a deliberate effort to assert a particular interpretation of the First Amendment within the confines of judicial spaces, invariably escalating tensions in the process. Here's a couple of quick clips.
We're going to attempt to do that and see what we can get.
Out. Out. Get it outside or go to jail. Your choice.
Go to jail?
End of discussion.
Go to jail
You've
for
been warned
what?
about trespass with this. Outside or go to jail.
Trespass by who?
Sheriff Sproles. Outside or go
What do
to
you
jail.
mean? I just talked to the commissioners. There is no trespass.
Go.
There is no trespass.
Go.
I just talked to the commissioners.
Go or go to jail. Your
I
choice.
just talked to the commissioners. There is no trespass.
The commissioners, the sheriff trespassed you.
What do you mean the sheriff trespassed me? Do you know the trespass law? It has to be an agent.
Outside with it. You know better.
I know. I just left the commissioners meeting.
It's over. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Your
what?
choice. You can either go outside or go to jail.
Go to jail for what?
I just told you. End of
Trespass,
discussion.
there is
Make
no
a decision.
Trespass.
Make
what
a decision.
What you're supposed to do now is
Make
you're
a
supposed
decision.
to cite me for the ordinance violation.
Make a decision.
Cite me for the ordinance violation.
Make a decision or I'm going to make it for you.
I need a supervisor.
You don't.
Listen, that's the second time you have touched me.
Yes,
That's
it
the
is.
second time.
And the third one, I'm
Will
going
you
to
have him-
escort you out the door.
Can I get a supervisor?
I am the supervisor.
Okay, can I have a
filming
supervisor
right now, too.
above you? Yes, I am filming right now because you have touched me twice now.
Right.
Twice now you have touched
You're
me.
welcome to come in.
Twice
but
now.
You can lock the
I know
phone
I'm
before you
welcome
go
to come
in.
in. It's a public building.
No phones.
There's no
at this
recording
point.
in a courtroom.
No
2.17
phones
grants
beyond
to
this
judge
point.
the authority.
That sounds
Does
great.
not shut down the whole building.
Let's
There's
go.
There is an ordinance in place. You cannot bring
It's
it
an
in the building.
unconstitutional ordinance. Anything that goes
I-
against the
you
Constitution
need to
is
leave.
null and void. Legally, null and void. The Supreme
need
Court
to
has
leave.
already ruled on it. It's null and void.
You need to leave.
Null and void.
Kimbrell never successfully brought his camera throughout the courthouse as he visited, opting to either put his phone in a locker or be escorted out by the police. And that finally brings us up to the present time. What unfolded next sent shockwaves throughout those closest to Kimbrell. On December 29th, 2023, The Political Spotlight, a YouTube channel, broke the startling news that Joshua Kimbrell had voluntarily surrendered himself to the Randolph County, Indiana Sheriff's Office. Adding an intriguing layer to the narrative, Christopher Bilbrey, the owner of The Political Spotlight, happened to be the former business partner of Kimbrell, their professional collaboration ending last fall due to divergent opinions on how to address shared concerns with local governments. Because of his business relationship, Bilbrey also had connections with Kimbrell's wife and mother, both active commenters in the upcoming clips we're about to watch. Let's take a look at what Bilbrey said at the time.
There's not a lot of information for right now. I'm just going to tell you the factual information as I currently know it. I have made my career as a broadcaster informing you guys that I am not a journalist. I'm sure there's probably a journalistic way to do this. I am not a journalist. I am a political commentator who sometimes, because of the nature of the beast, has to talk about news-related topics. And tonight, I'm going to be talking about a news-related topic that hits really close to home. It's a horrible situation. It is personal to a lot of people. There's going to be a lot of thoughts about what I'm going to be talking about this evening. I'm going to tell you the factually based information as I have it currently, and I'm not going to speculate. I'm not going to conjecture. And I'm not going to get into all of that world. A lot of people have been asking for the last couple of days questions about Joshua Kimbrell. Most recently, Josh Kimbrell, who is known to a lot of people as Civic Duty, YouTube channel Civic Duty, was in Newcastle and dealing with the Henry County Sheriff's Department, and then had notified a bunch of people that he was going back there yesterday. And a lot of people was like, hey, where's Josh? Where's Josh? I was one of those people that was looking for Josh. and looking to try to get some information to him and talk, find out what happened, and I was unable to. And at probably about 7 o'clock, 7:30 this evening, I was made aware of the fact that Joshua Kimbrell has turned himself in to the Randolph County Sheriff's Department. Josh currently is being held without bond at this time on 2 counts, one level 1 felony and one level 4 felony for child molestation. There was not a warrant issued for his arrest. The information that I am aware of, the authorities are aware of the victims and have been in communication with the victims. I want to tell everyone to please keep Danielle and her children and the family and extended family on both sides of this in your thoughts and prayers. Susan Lee is here. Susan is Josh's mother. As you can see on the screen, she's saying, sorry, it's true. Danielle is here. Danielle is Josh's wife. Danielle Kimbrell says there was no warrant, no accusations. Josh turned himself in this afternoon. And I guess I'm asking you guys to read between the lines a little bit. There was no warrant. There was not a warrant. There was no police investigation prior to Josh's connection with law enforcement today. Josh went to the police department, and then at that point, this stemmed from that. I know that Josh has been interviewed, and I know that victims have been interviewed. The statement that they're going off of is from Josh. They're going off Josh's statement. And again, there are family members involved.
2 days after turning himself in, Kimbrell was officially charged with 1 count of child molesting, where the defendant is at least 21 years of age. Level 1 felonies are punishable by up to 20 to 40 years of imprisonment in Indiana. He was also charged with 2 counts of child molesting, fondling, or touching with a child under 14. These are level 4 felonies and carry a possible prison sentence of 2 to 12 years. The day after his charges, he received an initial bail amount of $70,000. For some more detail, according to Fox 59, a Randolph man approached police to disclose he'd molested 2 minors. Joshua Kimbrell, 38, faces 3 counts of child molesting according to court documents. In late December, Kimbrell contacted investigators with the Randolph County Sheriff's Office because he wanted to make a statement. He then informed police he'd inappropriately touched 2 minors. The abuse happened multiple times, Kimbrell said, and he touched their private parts. He described the incidents as, quote, blackout moments, according to court documents, and said he stepped forward so the victims could, quote, heal. During forensic interviews, the victims revealed the abuse had happened over the span of several years. It involved touching and rubbing. In one case, one of the victims said he, quote, exposed his penis. During a later interview, Kimbrell said he didn't know how many times the abuse happened. He said that on one occasion he'd been rubbing the victim's private parts, but stopped after he, quote, was able to get control of himself again. Kimbrell was due in court for his initial hearing on Friday, according to court documents. He also has a pending criminal trespassing case in Randolph County. So after reading this, I was curious what Bilbrey was referring to about reading between the lines during his commentary on the 29th. I took it as Bilbrey trying to tell his audience that Kimbrell didn't really have a choice but to turn himself in. Something must have taken place that forced his hand. But, according to Kimbrell, he turned himself in so his victims could, quote, heal. Bilbrey would confirm my initial thoughts a couple of days later.
again, for the record, I want to be very clear on Mr. Kimbrell. Josh turned himself in because internally something in the family occurred, and there was no other option for Josh. And so that's why that happened. A lot of people say, well, Josh did this because he realized that what he was doing was wrong. No, that is not what happened. Josh realized that his goose was cooked. Josh realized there was no other out. Josh realized that he had already confessed to the victims. He'd already confessed to everyone that needed to hear it. Then he also, he realized that there was no other way out. So he went and turned himself in, hoping that he could get a better deal. What he did was attempting to manipulate the judicial system.
Even following his decision to turn himself in and admit to committing reprehensible acts, Kimbrell continued attempting to portray himself in the most favorable light possible. Despite the gravity of the situation, he seemed intent on shaping a narrative, a stance that added a layer of complexity to an already troubling situation. Bilbrey continued.
From the understanding that I am getting from sources connected to the investigation and in law enforcement, is that basically Josh has stated that he's not going to go through the criminal justice system. He's basically just going to plead guilty to whatever the prosecutor's office brings to him. And that, that's what will happen. And a lot of times when that happens, the prosecutor's office does not give a reduced sentence for a charge. What I am hearing from my sources is that Josh has went in, and before the police had a case, Josh said, I did X, Y, and Z. The police then contacted the victims and said, we have someone saying that he did X, Y, and Z. Is this true? And then the victims started talking. So it happened in reverse. Because of that, Josh has given his statement. He can't, I guess he can recant that, but I don't see that he will recant that. And if he recants that, it won't look good for him.
So Bilbrey claims that Kimbrell is ready to take responsibility for his crimes. Is this another attempt at manipulation? Only time will tell. The day after this live stream, a no-contact order was granted for the victims. Not only that, the special judge in the case raised the bond amount to $1 million, making it highly unlikely he will be getting out of jail anytime soon. Kimbrell requested and was granted a public defender in this case, with his next hearing scheduled for January 17th. After doing a deep dive into Kimbrell and his YouTube channel, there's one clip in particular that has haunted me since I began working on this story.
Oh boy, you done fucked up now, Arnett. You done fucked up. Hey, I'm gonna change my name. It ain't Civic Duty no more. It's the fucking monster.
As it turns out, it seems like he was the fucking monster this whole time. Looking ahead, my hope is that Kimbrell remains true to his word by admitting guilt, thereby sparing his victims from the prolonged trauma of legal battles and ensuring a more expedient path to justice. But above all, my heartfelt prayer is for the victims and the family to find solace and healing over time. The aftermath of such distressing events requires a collective support system and resilience to navigate the challenging journey towards recovery. You will all be in my thoughts. Thanks to everyone for joining me in today's video. This is Dummy Kruger, and I'll see you guys at the next video.